But I can assure you it is a militant insurgency whereby the people stood against injustice. We are fighting on three fronts. That is political, economic, and military. All these three fights will go simultaneously. Politically, so far, as you have seen, that Yahya regime could not, and I am sure will not, be able to form a government. Even if it succeeds, it will be nothing but bunch of quislings. We are not allowing the communication to be restored. Because in any country, if you want to start the trade, the first thing is communication. We have not allowed him to ply the trains. We have not allowed him to run the roads. Bridges are being blown. This is one aspect of the economy, that is the communication.
Sunday, the 27th of June, 5:15 p.m. Our patrol en route to an act of sabotage. The operation is carefully planned, and there are patrols on both flanks. Our group paused to finalize their plans at a disused railway station on the main line between Chittagong and Camilla.
Bangka Bridge is a distributor. At a section, the pylon to blow off kora hobe, she pylon kitchen. ওখানে আরেকটা এইদিকে লেফট সাইড ওই এক্সপ্লোসিভ নিয়ে যে পৌঁছে দিব তারপর সঙ্গে সঙ্গে আমরা সবাই রওনা দেব হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা তোমার টাস দিছে বুঝছো তো শোনো ডিস্ট্রিক্ট রাস্তাটা আছে না রাস্তার ওখানে পজিশনে থাকবে
Mandabag railway station, a mile and a half from their objective, a pylon carrying electricity to Camilla. I had no way of knowing how effective the Mukti Forge were being, as I had not been on the other side with the West Pakistanis. But on Saturday, a Times correspondent who is with the other side reported.
The railway running along the frontier from the port of Chittagong through Camilla to Sylhet and serving Dakar en route has been cut for more than 2 months. The main span of a bridge at Feni, south of Camilla, was dynamited expertly and has yet to be repaired. Other road and rail bridges in the area have been put out of use temporarily. Savage reprisals are usually taken by the army against the nearest villages.
We are blowing off this pylon, you see, this is double pylon, to disrupt the electricity and telegraphic communication between Kumela and Akhara.
What's the point of that?
The point is, as you have earlier known, that we are playing a psychological warfare, economical and administrative also. So this is from administration point of view. We don't want the administration to function smoothly also. So that is the point, to blow up this pylon.
How often do you blow up pylons and bridges?
We don't blow out very often. The reason is, after all, they are all our own property. And after the country is liberated, we'll all get them back. So it is pointless blowing off all the pylons. It's already time, huh? They have started off with the job, isn't it? Come on. Take it, sir. BSF protection party উঠিয়ে লাগছে তো তো এই পাইলনটা শেষ তো এদিকে না রেডি আছে অনেক দেরি আছে তাড়াতাড়ি করতে তো না বৃষ্টি আসছে
The pylon was blown on the 27th of June. 13 days later, last Saturday, the Times said,
An electric power pylon was sabotaged so that Camilla was without electricity for some days. The supply has now been restored.
Captain, could you describe the fighting in your sector?
In my sector, it's just like fighting any other war.
What do you mean?
I know you are convinced, or probably you foreigners especially, you have been hearing a lot of news and propaganda by the Pakistan radio that it's just a border skirmish. But yesterday you have seen, you went with myself and you saw this 5mm howitzer, 25-pounder and 120mm mortars. They are all landing. In border skirmish you don't have that. And probably with that telescopic lens you might have seen some Pakistani troops also. They are bunkers deployed. And we are fighting a regular warfare. How can you call it a border skirmish? And I wish you go back and you explain to people this is a full-fledged war. and we are just holding in this base, and we go and we play hell into them. I go inside, right inside, I go behind them, I go on their side, I go anywhere I feel like. I kill them.
Captain, it's now 3 months since the fighting started.
Yes.
You've been existing on the ammunition and the weapons you brought out with you. How much longer can this continue?
Well, it will continue as long as we have the resources, and as long as we carry on capturing their ammunition. And of course, we expect that some country will come to our aid. At least you have come, you have seen how the fighting is going on. And if somebody comes to our aid, only thing that we need is arms and ammunition. Arms we have to maintain them, but we need some heavy weapons and ammunition. If that is the thing we get, then there's no problem, we can continue fighting. And if we don't get anything at all, well, you know the condition, what is happening in Sudan. They don't have any arms and ammunition, they are fighting. They're fighting with sticks, they are adopting different tactics. So that's what we are going to do.
But Captain, about you personally, I mean, what about your family?
My family, in fact, I don't know what is happening to them. I've given up because I have seen the fate of other families when an officer has deserted and joined this Mukti Fauj. What happened to their families? They were all